You gonna ask these people if they need help? I know him. What if that old fella here needs some help, man? Shannon, let's ask him.
This was an old guy that we saw just staring at his feet, basically where his home used to be.
I can't even get that up here to pull it out. So I may just shoot out. May just sleep out here on this tonight, you know, and wait for the other cats.
Right.
My mother's waiting for me to call her as soon as I'm ready.
We can cut. You think we could cut him out of there? We could. You want us to cut you out?
Can you get in? Will your car drive out if we get them trees out of the way?
Sure, the car crank, but if you looked at it, yeah, I don't think you could. I don't think I could drive it anywhere.
Hey,
really?
He was telling us that he was going to stick around for a while until hopefully all of his cats showed up.
I was out in this opening, man, it's just got to stop. I think it was 1,000 miles an hour.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
Hey,
no,
I'm sure
there's no real hurry. When I leave, I'm going to leave, but my mother lives in Dawsonville, so that's really not interesting me.
I went out to Apison with a group of guys with chainsaws to help cut people's driveways or roads out.
Okay. Do you need us, or should we go on? Or?
Hey,
we got some more coming. If y'all can help somebody else, that would be good.
Okay.
We appreciate it.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Fortunately, there were a lot of people like this in the area willing to help, that had the tools to do so. In Apison, there were certain areas that were just totally demolished, where the tornado hit down.
Now take a look at here. Look that way, Chairman. Look.
I believe this footage is on Clontz Road in Apison.
They're just gone, man.
There's trees under all that, houses under all that?
Oh yeah, out in there, yeah. There's all this was houses. All this was houses.
I don't even remember what this looks like.
Yeah, all these were houses, man. Everything.
Huh? It's still alive?
This house here is obviously torn in half, but at least it's still standing. But I believe one of the houses beside it was totally gone, so obviously the destruction was very unpredictable. Also, obviously, the utility crews would have to clean up the railroad ways, which run all through the Chattanooga area. The destruction was everywhere. Also, not to be forgotten, was the livestock, the cows and the horses. I believe right here, I was out of the car looking around for actually a horse that they had seen here earlier. It was a dead horse. I believe someone must have carried it off, but it was in the rubble there. This was on April 29th, 2011, which was the day after the tornado damage. And obviously there's still a lot of cleanup left to be done. This was in the evening. You can see the sheer power of the winds, how they just ripped the trees in half or ripped them up at the roots from the ground.
They have a sense, David.
No, we're fine. We're setting up this little trailer right here. We're fine. Thank y'all anyway.
Yes, sir.
Yep. You feel bad for so many people that had to live through this, or even have family members that didn't live through this, and all that they have to deal with now. But I felt that since I was coming out to help clear some debris, that I knew I should bring my cameras, because everyone needs to see this if they haven't had an opportunity. This man's house, this is his truck flipped over. He had a lot of destruction, but you'll see in the footage that his house is still standing. But as he told us, he was here in the house and rode through the storm. But his house shifted off its foundation several times, and it's probably going to have to come down and be destroyed anyways if it doesn't fall down on its own. This is shots of the Hollander farm, or the Hollander house, a prominent individual in Apison in Chattanooga. Luckily, their homes were still there on the property, but looks like they still had a lot of damage, and a lot of barns were pretty wrecked. I think it's really good for people to know that there were a lot of volunteers helping any way they could. There were obviously relief stations and so many places set up for victims around the area. But I was in this was in Alabama, North Georgia, and Tennessee, and all of this footage is in Tennessee.
What's that address? 1855?
It looked like it. They don't.
I would like people to see this because there's, it's a tornado, so there are a lot of places that are pristine, nearby that didn't get damaged. And I think with so many people having power outages, a lot of people just don't know. They don't have access to internet or television. They don't know how bad it really is in some places.